Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another reading log. I haven't done one of these in a while. I know there were some really good popular books back in 2022 that I just still haven't gotten around to reading them, and I thought I would do this one in a reading log. The first book that I'm starting off with, and I'm actually reading it on my own, and it's actually called Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love her books, to be honest, and I'm hoping this one will be just as good. She kind of has this very unique style where it's, you know, the story itself is just so good and you really lose yourself in the story, and I love her writing for that reason. Also, side note, I'm wishing you all a good 2024. So here's to the new year. Hey guys, welcome to day 2. I'm literally just about making a sandwich and I thought I'm going to do a quick little update. I'm about halfway through the book. Also, it's New Year's Eve and you best believe I'm going to spend my day in my new PJs. And I love the book. All I knew it was going to be about surfing, something like that. Does that sound even interesting to read about surfing? No. But the way that Taylor Jenkins Reid writes her books, like, you will relate to her books, you will feel for the characters. Like, I'm halfway through. I started reading, I think around maybe page 20. I was hooked and I knew automatically that it's going to be my 5-star read, and it still is. And the story is literally about this family, 4 kids that, you know, you get 2 timelines, the past and the present one. The timeline of their parents and their parents. Like, I feel like it just sounds not as interesting, but then when you start reading it, like, you will be hooked. And I feel like this might be my favorite TJ Orr book. A little presumptuous since I haven't even finished the second half of the book, but I can feel it. I can feel it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I finished Malibu Rising. My battery is about to die, so I'm going to say this as quickly as I can. Absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars. I think everybody should read the book. I related a little too much to the characters, and the story was beautiful. There's a lot of POVs though, and it did irritate me a little bit, but looking besides that point, absolutely loved Malibu Rising. And you know, TJ Orr can never do wrong in my eyes. I love her stories, just so well thought out. And happy New Year's Eve. Literally, I'm still waiting for the clock to strike 12. It's 20 past 11, so nearly there. I'm drinking a non-alcoholic, as you can tell. I'm in my PJs. Like, listen, I'm going to go to bed. I'm not a party person. The next book that I'm going to be reading is Hard Bones by Colleen Hoover. It was on the list, and yeah, that's my excuse, because I'm slowly trying to get through all of Colleen Hoover books. I mean, she's another author that I absolutely love, and no, I do not want to hear that her books are terrible, she's this, she's that. Like, I don't want to hear that. I enjoy her books. I enjoy them. And with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Hey guys, I thought I'd check in for today, even though it's like 2 minutes past 12, and I'm currently on page 115. I'm 32% into the book. I didn't get to read that much today. I literally have been decluttering my house, everything, my clothes, just getting rid of everything. It's the 1st of January. I've been doing that for the last couple of days, but today I was just like, you know what, let me tackle my closet. My closet is full of clothes, full of things that I haven't worn in a while. Anyways, that's besides the point relevant. Now, Hard Bones. To be honest, like, I haven't read a book by Koho that I did not enjoy, that I didn't like the story or the characters or anything like that at all. I absolutely love Koho books, and this one, I think it's just very unique but still very on her brand. It's not this like fluffy, cute kind of romancy book. There has been a couple of things that have been mentioned that were a little bit disturbing, but it's really on brand for her, and I enjoy her books. I really enjoy her books. And even though I'm only like 32% into the book, I can already tell that I'm really going to like this book. So yeah, she's just like going through some things in life, and she ends up going to stay with her father then, that she does not have really any kind of sort of relationship. And I relate to the character. This one really reminds me of Malibu Rising again in that kind of perspective, because both of these books, they were kind of based around this deadbeat kind of father figure, whereas Malibu Rising, in comparison, it really focuses on a whole lot of people and their points of views and their stories and that kind of thing, whereas this one really focuses on the main character. Yeah, those are my 2 cents that I just wanted to mention because it's day 3. Welcome to day 3. I forgot to say welcome to day 3. Anyways, welcome to day 3. But yeah, I need to literally go get ready for bed. I don't know, how does the time fly by so fast? It's already midnight. Explain that to me, please. Alright, I just finished reading Hard Bones. I am at a loss. I absolutely love the book. The only reason why I'm not giving it 5 stars is because kind of like I have my 5-star reads, but I kind of like try to aim for them as my 6-star reads. Like, I absolutely love and adore them, so that's why I'm barely ever giving 5 stars to books. So this one I will give 4.75. Recommend to anyone. So the main character, you know, she didn't have anyone in her corner, so she really was dependent on herself and on herself only. And she so happens to go and live with her father then, and she kind of starts to see this other world where people actually care for her, and it's absolutely beautiful, but it's a roller coaster. That's one thing I will say for sure. And I love the quotes. I was highlighting so many things in the book. The plot twist I did see, and also it has the trope of let's get the teas together. I feel like that'll be my favorite trope from now on. And actually, I love when you get to a certain point in her books, especially in her books, where the cover of the book makes sense and the title of the book makes sense. That's 2 books in a row where I kind of had tears in my eyes. I wasn't like properly crying, but they were happy, joyful tears. The next book that I want to read is Shatter Me, and it's a YA dystopian book. That's all I know, and I've been meaning to get around to reading this for a while. One thing I will say, I'm flying through these books and they're like very addictive. Like, these are well-known authors and they're popular books, so I'm not surprised why these are on the 2022 list. But I feel like that list is better than the one that just recently came out for 2023. Welcome to day 5. I'm currently on page 190, and I mean, you read through it pretty quickly because the writing is really big, and there's not much writing on each page, so you really will fly by it. The start of it, it felt really Wattpad-y, and I just felt like I wasn't going to like it, but I couldn't put the book down. I couldn't put the book down. I mean, there's not really much to the story, like it's dystopian, like there's not much of description, like you kind of get a little bit description of what's happening in this world, but there's really not much of description of the characters of the world, so in that sense it does feel a little bit Wattpad-y, but it's still good. Like at the moment I'm 2/3 of the book in, and I feel like I'm giving it like about 4 stars, 4.25 maybe even. Hey guys, so I finally finished Shatter Me. I will do. So I actually finished this a couple hours ago, and I wasn't sure what book to pick on the list, and I'm also really happy and glad that this was my #1 pick for the vlog, just because when I finished the book I was just like, you know what, it's okay, it's a 4-star book, right? I sat with it for a while and I was just like, I can't stop thinking about the characters, I can't stop thinking about the world, and even though it's like a dystopian book, that it's mostly kind of focused more on the romance aspect of it, so you get snippets here and there of like the dystopian world building, but I don't think there's much really of a description about the world and the characters. You kind of see the characters interact, and that is what I'm kind of like loving. Like it's really short, and I'm really tempted to start the next book in the series, but I'm not going to. Like I'm really not going to do that. I'm really tempted, and yeah, I literally have no clue what book to pick up. Like I'm taking The Maid, but I'm going to start reading that tomorrow morning because I'm going to sit with this book for this evening. I don't want to put myself in a reading slump because at this stage I've been reading a lot. So yeah, I don't know if I said, but I'm giving this 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this one, and this is the 3rd book that I've read for this vlog, and I definitely see why. I see why. Yeah, that's my update for the evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so interesting story. You know how I said last time that I'm really tempted to continue on with the Shatter Me series, but I won't? But yes, I did. So honestly, it's been actually a couple of weeks because I finished the whole Shatter Me series. I know, and then I kind of kept going with my other books, and I was just like, you know what, I never did continue on with day 6 and day 7 of the video, so this is what I'm going to do. Since I did say I'm going to read The Maid, so I'm currently on page 78. Yeah, so I'm currently on page 78 of The Maid, and it's just not a vibe. It's not a vibe, and I'm kind of torn between it being 3 stars and maybe even it might end up being a 2-star book. It gets really frustrating for me because she mentions her grandmother a whole lot, so I mean, like, take a shot every time she mentions like her grandmother. Yeah, that's my update. Morning, so it's day 7 of the reading log, and I'm currently on page 162, so a little under 200 pages left to go. I'm still not liking it any more than I thought I would. Currently I'm really leaning towards 2.5 stars. It might even drop even lower. The main character is just way too irritating in the sense, like, she's so naive, and it's not even like reading about 15-year-old girl, or you know, like someone really young, to the point where like you'd look past the fact that they're just so naive. This one, I think she's in her 30s, maybe 20s, but the things that she thinks, like, and by other characters she has been described as the robot because she's just so insensitive. Like, she has no like feeling. She's living in her Delulu world. So I'm really not liking it. So I really don't understand how this was the best book of 2022. How? Yeah, those are my 5 cents. Yeah, let's finish this book today. Alright, so I finished The Maid, and just like I was saying, 2.5 stars. I don't understand why it was even on the list. And then by the end of it, like, I wasn't as irritated with the main character, but what irritated me the most in the end, it was kind of like omitting the truth. So, you know, there was the court and everything, and so what she does is she just kind of goes and says, explains in court everything that happened, and then by the end of the book she's kind of like, oh, by the way, this is really what happened. And then she goes a little bit further on, you know, into the story. She goes, oh, and by the way, this is really what happened. I'm like, girl, really? Did you really have to go there like that? I just thought that was really frustrating. So the whole book you're reading. Also, how is it in such a big, you know, grand royal hotel, there's no cameras? Let's talk about that. How is there no cameras? Yes. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, with that being said, that is it for today's video. It is currently, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:52 p.m.
So yeah, I need to edit this video ASAP and get it up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.